What is up, Nuggets fans? I am back here again to do another video. In this video, I'll be recapping the Nuggets 106-102 win over the Minnesota Timberwolves at home last night. We now are 13-17 on the year with this win and 3-4 in our division, the Northwest Division. So solid outing for the Nuggets. Looking at some of the good things the Nuggets did here in this game, you got to start with our ability to rebound the ball here in this game. You out-rebound the Minnesota Timberwolves 62-44. Huge margin there by the Nuggets out-rebounding Minnesota in this game. Is a big reason why we were able to win this game. We had 22 offensive rebounds in this game. Did a great job of capitalizing on some second chance possessions and scoring a lot of second chance points in this game. And our big guys were phenomenal in this game, especially Kenneth Faried. Obviously had 25 rebounds himself, but him, Mozgov, and Nurkic combined for 47 rebounds between the three of them. Minnesota as a team had 44. So our big guys did a great job throughout this game of really controlling the glass, especially in that first and third quarter. I thought Kenneth Faried and Timofey Mozgov were absolutely brilliant with their effort rebounding the ball here in this game, especially Kenneth Faried on the offensive glass. And then he had 52 points in the paint. Did a good job for the most part of controlling the paint with our big guys offensively. Kenneth Faried again scoring off offensive rebounds. Mozgov as well scoring in the painted area. Just did a good job of getting those high percentage shots and those easy points. Then you benefit from Minnesota really just kind of dropping the ball there in the fourth quarter with their free throw shooting. Gorgie Deng, Thaddeus Young, and Andrew Wiggins, those three guys from Minnesota in the fourth quarter combined to shoot 5 of 10 from the free throw line. So Minnesota leaves 5 points on the floor from the charity strike in a 4-point game in the fourth quarter. I mean, obviously, we caught a huge break there by Minnesota, again shooting 5 of 10 from the free throw line down the stretch there in that fourth quarter. That also was a huge reason we were able to win this game. Kenneth Faried obviously was phenomenal for the Nuggets here in this game. He's played really well over these past few games, especially these past 2 games. But here against Minnesota, this was probably his best game of the season so far, I would say. He finishes with a monster double-double of 26 points and 25 rebounds. He was 11 of 15 from the field and 4 of 5 from the free throw line. He had 12 offensive rebounds in this game and 13 defensive rebounds in this game. Again, him and Mozgov did a phenomenal job of really just controlling the glass throughout this whole game for us. Big reason we won this game, and we don't win this game without Kenneth Faried's effort in this game. Again, he was just absolutely phenomenal on both the offensive and defensive glass. Did a great job of skying for rebounds here in this game and just really kind of outworking and out-hustling Minnesota's big guys here in this game. He had 9 points there in that second quarter. 12 of his 26 points came in that second half. Did a great job again of scoring off offensive rebounds throughout this game. Had a couple really nice tip-ins. Had some beautiful putback dunks in this game. Hit a big jumper, I think, in the third quarter from the top of the key. It was good to see Faried knock down a jump shot there. And he also had a beautiful play in the fourth quarter in the open floor. Just a nice little Euro step, which we've seen him kind of start to utilize a little bit over the past few games, that he utilized to get a finger roll. Just a beautiful play by Kenneth Faried there in the open floor. And again, just an absolutely phenomenal outing from him. Just a great effort from Kenneth Faried here in this game. Again, 26 points and 25 rebounds. Just did a great job on the glass all night, especially the offensive glass. Again, Minnesota had 14 offensive rebounds as a team here in this game. Kenneth Faried had 12 offensive rebounds himself in this game. Just did a great job of getting us those second chance possessions and then scoring off those offensive rebounds. He was huge for us here in this win against Minnesota. And Mozgov also was great for the Nuggets. A double-double for him as well. Not as big as Kenneth Faried's, but still very productive outing for Mozgov. 11 points, 14 rebounds for him. He goes 4 of 9 from the field and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Really struggled in this game of finishing at the rim. He missed a couple dunks, got a couple basket interference calls here in this game. Just did a really poor job again of finishing at the rim. And I think a lot of it has to do that he always tries to dunk with one hand. If he just dunked with 2 hands, I think he'd finish a lot better at the rim. But he still played great again. Did a great job on the defensive glass. Had 9 defensive rebounds here in this game. Also was solid on the offensive glass. Knocked down a few jump shots here in this game and did a great job as well of scoring in that fourth quarter when we needed him to. Had a huge bucket from Ty Lawson. Ty Lawson did a great job of driving on the baseline. Just kicked it to Mozgov for an open dunk. Great play there by Ty and Mozgov finishing there. And he also had a big dunk, I think, on Gorgie Deng. I think it was in the third quarter. Nice play as well there by Mozgov. But really loved his outing on the glass. Again, his defensive rebounding in this game was huge for us. And now looking at some of the bad things we did here in this game. Defensively, I thought we were pretty poor here against a fairly weak offensive team in the Minnesota Timberwolves, who gave up 58 points in the paint. You hate seeing that. We did a horrific job throughout this game of protecting the rim. We only had like 6 blocks here in this game. Timofey Mozgov was getting finished over consistently in this game by Thaddeus Young, Andrew Wiggins, Gorgie Jang, you name it. I mean, they just did a great job, Minnesota, of attacking the painted area, really not fearing any of our big guys. We really had no shot blocking presence, again, with JaVale McGee being out. Really have no one in there to protect the painted area and protect the rim for us defensively. And Minnesota did a great job being relentless of attacking the painted area and, again, getting 58 points in the paint. Horrible job by the Nuggets of protecting the rim here in this game. Gave up way too many easy layups and easy shots at the rim. And you give up 17 fast break points. We did a very poor job in this game, with the exception of the second quarter, of slowing down Minnesota offensively, kind of forcing them to score in the half court. Their team, they got a lot of athletes on their team that are young. You know, Thaddeus Young, Andrew Wiggins, Zach LaVine. You can go on and on. They got a lot of guys that want to play up and down, and we did a poor job again of really slowing them down offensively. Did a good job in that second quarter, kind of forcing them to play in the half court, and they really struggled in that second quarter to score the basketball. But besides that, they just did a great job of running out in transition. We did a horrible job of getting back in transition defense, and again scored 17 fast break points. Did a great job of getting some easy points in the open floor here, and a lot of that had to do as well with our turnovers. We had 18 turnovers in this game. Again, that's been a huge problem for the Nuggets over the past few seasons under Brian Shaw, turning the ball over, especially this season. Just really shot ourselves in the foot multiple times in this game, just making really stupid decisions with the basketball and really stupid turnovers. We had like 6 or 7 turnovers in the fourth quarter alone. Almost shot ourselves in the foot there in that fourth quarter, but Minnesota did a great job of getting some turnovers, capitalizing on turnovers. They had 18 points off of our 18 turnovers, and again did a great job of turning those turnovers into transition opportunities, which is obviously what they want to do offensively. You only shoot 16% from the three-point line. Again, we continue to struggle to shoot from beyond the arc. We took 19 threes in this game. Again, that's too many threes. We settled way too much, especially early on in this game, for perimeter shots and for three-point shots. Got to be more aggressive. Got to attack the rim more. And again, you only shoot 16%. You hit like 3 and 19 threes in this game. That's just terrible. Got to do a better job being more aggressive. And honestly, we continue to miss a lot of open looks from the perimeter. Primarily in this game, Aaron Aflalo and Wilson Chandler were absolutely horrid shooting the ball, and they were especially bad when they were open. In this game, Aaron Aflalo and Wilson Chandler had 10 open three-point attempts in this game, 10 open looks from the perimeter. They went 0 of 10 on those 10 open shots from the three-point line. Just terrible job by Aaron Aflalo and Wilson Chandler of knocking down open looks from the three-point line here in this game against Minnesota. And overall, those two shot a combined 2 of 13 from the three-point line. Both those guys, again, were just absolutely horrible shooting from beyond the arc here in this game. And then in the fourth quarter, we did a terrible job executing. Again, you turned over the ball like 6 or 7 times in that fourth quarter. Minnesota did a good job of parlaying those turnovers into a nice little run there in the fourth quarter. They went on a 17-7 run to actually get up by 5 points with about five minutes left here in this game. Just a terrible job, again, of executing down the stretch, especially at home against a bad team like Minnesota. You got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. And then Robbie Hummel and Jeff Adrian just came off the bench and kind of gave them a lift, gave them a spark. Jeff Adrian did a great job on the offensive glass there in that fourth quarter of scoring off offensive rebounds and creating some second chance possessions for Minnesota. And then Robbie Hummel did a great job of taking advantage of really poor awareness by the Nuggets on their pick and roll defense and getting some open looks from the perimeter and knocking down some jump shots. Both those guys were huge for Minnesota in that fourth quarter. And lastly for us, again, Aaron Aflalo and Wilson Chandler were absolutely terrible in this game. I thought both of them really played poorly in this game. They both made some big shots for us down the stretch. They both hit some big free throws to help us ice this game in the fourth quarter. Aflalo hit 2 big jump shots in the fourth quarter for us as well down the stretch to keep us ahead by 2 points. But still, I thought both of them were terrible. Again, they go 0 of 10 in this game on open looks from 3. You've got to capitalize on those open shots, especially when you're as good as shooters as both Aaron Aflalo and Wilson Chandler are. And they combined between them for only 34 points on 11 of 37 shooting from the field, 2 of 13 overall from the three-point line. But again, they go 10 of 12 from the free throw line. They hit some huge free throws for us down the stretch, and Aflalo hit 2 big jumpers as well. Chandler also did a good job in that fourth quarter of being more aggressive and getting to the rim, not just settling for jump shots. It really annoys me, Wilson Chandler, his shot selection. But again, 37 shots between the two of them and only 34 points on 37 shots is really inefficient. I don't like seeing both those guys take that many shots. Again, I think Ty Lawson needs to take more shots. Mozgov, Reed, and you continue to get them more involved. And our guys off the bench, Nate Robb, J.J. Hickson, even Yusuf Nurkic, even Eric Green, who didn't play in this game. I'd like to see those guys get more shot attempts, and I'd like to see us offensively kind of balance our shot attempts out more evenly throughout our team, because I really don't like Aaron Aflalo and Wilson Chandler shooting 37 times, especially when they go 11 to 37 from the field and only score 34 points. So hopefully we can get a win over Toronto. Played them really close in their gym a couple weeks back. So hopefully at home we can get some revenge, get a win over a good team in Toronto, and hopefully start stringing some wins together. So leave me a comment below. What did you think of this game as a Nuggets fan? What did you think of our performance? What did you think of the Timberwolves performance? And any comments you have on what's going on in the NBA right now. Love to hear from you guys. So again, Nuggets beat the T-Wolves 106 to 102 and are now 13-17 on the season.